damage the reputation of the project proponent, which is mostly ad hoc in this case. So we do this. This is perceived impacts is also to manage these perceived impacts. For example, we need to engage with those communities close by. This is also responsibility of the project to handle all these perceived impacts. Then there is a stakeholder engagement, which also includes the community feedback mechanism. For example, if people have any complaints about the project, there must be a mechanism on the project to handle all those complaints. If people have any complaints or suggestions about the project, they can go to the, there must be an office or contact number or something. There must be a mechanism where they can register their complaints and those should be resolved. Then we come to the mitigation measures. Obviously, when there are any negative impacts, the project responsibility is to manage or mitigate all those negative impacts. For example, if there is any air emissions coming from the project which can affect the local communities, there must be environmental mitigation measures to resolve this. If the project is creating some noise or dust, then project should handle this dust with separate different mitigation measures. But at times there are positive impacts from the project. For example, some people can be benefited from the project. They can get some jobs or labor opportunities from the project. So these all are positive impacts of the project. And mitigating the negative impacts, along with that, the enhancement of the positive impacts is also good for the project and for the reputation of the project proponent. At the same time, there is one element called corporate social responsibility, where the companies and project proponents, they give some benefits to the local communities. For example, they give some funds to the local schools, they provide some water supply, they enhance the infrastructure in the area. ADNOC also have its CSR program. So at ADNOC level, it's done, but we'll also, during the filling the checklist, we'll also assess that whether the project can have impacts, can do some CSR activities in some areas, if possible. The development of long-term and sustainable relationships between ADNOC and the communities in which it operates is important, obviously. Yes. SRM is an integral component of the overall HSEIA process, so it's a compulsory element of the HSEIA. Since environmental impacts often impact the livelihoods of people, there is a close link between environmental and social impacts. Impact assessment, sometimes environmental and social impacts overlap with each other. Sometimes, for example, if there is air pollution coming from the project, so it will be handled through EIA, but there is overlap. We'll also discuss it in the SIE. These are some life cycle stages of the project and corresponding SRM requirements and stakeholder engagement requirements. At assess stage, we do preliminary social risk identification and assessment. At concept stage, we advise concept selection. We do social impact assessment screening. At feed stage, we do social baseline survey and social impact assessment. At detailed engineering design, we update SIE if it's already done, and if in previous stages it's not done, we do the SIE. At construction stage, we do social risk management, consultation, construction. At operation stage, we do social risk management related to operations. The decommissioning risk management related to decommissioning.
No, there is some disturbance. There is some disturbance. I think somebody is asking some question.